Hey, so let's talk about gift giving. It's this universal thing we all do, right? A way to show people we care and to build those connections. But let's be real. Sometimes it can be just incredibly stressful.
You know that feeling? I think we've all been there. You're standing in a store, staring at some object, and that little voice in your head starts asking, is it expensive enough? Is it impressive? Is it, enough? That knot of anxiety is just so common when it comes to giving gifts.
And really, that anxiety boils down to this basic conflict right here. Are you focusing on the price tag, trying to impress somebody with how much you spent? Or are you focused on the personal thought, trying to actually connect with them? Well, today, we're going to unpack this whole thing through the lens of some really cool Chinese cultural wisdom.
So, how do you solve that tug-of-war between price and thoughtfulness? Well, the first big idea in Chinese gift-giving gives us a pretty powerful answer. It asks us to just completely reframe what we're trying to do, to shift our focus away from the material stuff and onto the emotional connection.
It all comes down to this one incredible proverb,礼轻情义重. Now, that literally translates to, a light gift carries a heavy sentiment. The idea here is just beautiful. The actual cost or, the physical weight of the gift, that's not the important part. What gives it real value, its heaviness, is the sincerity and care that you put into it.
So what does heavy sentiment actually look like? Well, it's not just some random nice thought. It's about being truly sincere, about picking something that shows you get that person. And this is so important, it also means choosing a gift that doesn't create this awkward pressure on them, making them feel like they have to go out and get you something equally expensive in return. It avoids that burden.
All right, so it's the thought that counts. Got it. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, maybe not, because there's another layer to this whole thing that turns it from a simple act into this really dynamic, ongoing social interaction.
Because see, the gift itself, that's just the start of the conversation. The real question is, what happens next? What does that one act of giving actually set in motion? And that, my friends, leads us right to the second core principle.
Which brings us to this idea, the dance of reciprocity. This way of thinking sees giving not as a one-time thing, but as this ongoing exchange that builds and maintains a relationship. It's not a transaction, it's a dance.
And the steps to that dance are guided by another proverb, li shang wang lai. Basically, it means that courtesy demands reciprocity. A gift isn't just a gift, it's a gesture that invites another gesture in return. Not like you're paying a debt, but as a way to keep that social connection alive and flowing back and forth. And this cycle shows exactly how it works. So you receive a gift, that's the first gesture. It strengthens the bond between you. You then remember that act of kindness, and then at the right time, you return the gesture. This keeps the whole cycle going, making sure the relationship stays balanced and active. It's this beautiful ongoing loop. Okay, so we've got these two huge ideas, right? On one hand, the gift should be light, but the feeling behind it should be heavy. But on the other hand, you absolutely have to return the gesture. So how did those two things, which kind of sound like they contradict each other, actually work together?
This little table is the perfect way to think about it. It's your cheat sheet. That first proverb,礼轻情义重, that's all about the what. It tells you what to give, something thoughtful, something that says, I see you, I get you. The second one, li shang wang lai, is about the why and the when. It's the reason you give back, to keep that relationship moving forward.
So here's the bottom line. When you put these two ideas together, gift giving stops being a transaction and it becomes a long-term conversation. Each gift is like a sentence. You're not trying to close a deal or pay off a social debt. You're adding to this ongoing story that you're building with someone. And that, right there, is the ultimate takeaway. This whole perspective can totally free us from that anxiety of trying to win at gift giving. The goal isn't to give the best, most expensive gift, it's just to participate. It's about showing up for the relationship again and again and keeping that conversation alive through these small, thoughtful gestures. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. The next time you're picking out a gift, what are you focusing on? The price tag or the person? Are you trying to end a transaction or are you starting the next chapter in an ongoing conversation? What is it you're really trying to say?